Roxanne Perez reveals the real reason nobody wants to challenge Liv Morgan for the title. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Liv Morgan reclaimed the WWE Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 42 when she defeated Stephanie Vaquer with help from Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. The victory marked Morgan's third reign as champion and immediately re-established the Judgment Day as one of the most dominant groups on Raw. Since winning the title, Morgan has continued to control the women's division through the Judgment Day's numbers advantage. Despite carrying the championship for weeks, she has yet to defend the women's world title even once since capturing the belt at the Show of Shows. Her most credible challenger, Stephanie Vaquer, is out with an injury. While speaking on the Complex Scraps Wrestling podcast, the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez was asked how her women's world championship reign would differ from Liv Morgan's. She said she didn't want to compare herself to Morgan and then went on to praise the champ, then stated that no one on the roster wants to step up against Liv Morgan for the title because they are scared of her. I think Liv Morgan is doing a fantastic job at being the women's world champion. I'm a little confused as to why people don't want to challenge her for her title. I don't know, people are scared or what the deal is. But I think that each and every single one of us in the Judgment Day are very different. So I think, regardless of this or that, I think that any one of us would hold the title differently. But I also think that we would stand as a unit and, have the numbers game in our favor, regardless of the champion, said Roxanne Perez. Liv Morgan comments on not having a feud in WWE despite being the world champion. The women's world champion is seemingly directionless on Monday Night Raw and is currently not involved in a feud with anyone. A fan on X/Twitter asked why no one is challenging Liv Morgan for the title, to which the Miracle Kid fired shots at the Raw's women's division and suggested they are afraid of her. It remains to be seen when Morgan will defend her title and what Triple H has in store for the Judgment Day member. Roxanne Perez questions what? E-booking as baffling Liv Morgan. Statistic shocks fans. Roxanne Perez has questioned WWE's booking after Liv Morgan's insane stat has come to the fore. WWE's booking has become the subject of a lot of criticism as fans continue to question the lackluster nature of feuds and how many top stars and champions are not featured on the shows regularly or don't have feuds or matches. One of the biggest casualties of this was Julia, whose United States title run was ruined due to a lack of compelling matches and feuds. Another emerging example of this is Liv Morgan, who has yet to have a match or a feud for her women's world title since the Raw after WrestleMania, where she defeated Sol Ruca. Now, Roxanne Perez has come to the defense of her stablemate. Roxanne Perez questions WE booking amid Liv Morgan's shocking stat. Speaking on the Graps podcast for Complex, the star opened up on Morgan did not have a feud right now and how it was not the best look for the world champ. Perez stated that it was baffling no one from the women's locker room was ready to stand up to her. I think Liv Morgan is doing a fantastic job as the women's world champion. I'm a little confused as to why people don't want to challenge her for the title because I would say different. But we are family, so I obviously wouldn't try that. But I don't know if people are scared or what the deal is. It remains to be seen whether Morgan will get a fresh challenger for the women's world title and how it can better her title reign. Major Star could return on next week's WE Raw reports. WE is set to host Clash in Italy this Sunday. On the following episode of Raw, a major return could take place. Stephanie Vaquer has been off television due to a second-degree AC sprain in her left shoulder. She lost the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 42. On the following episode of the flagship show, La Primera confronted the new champion, hinting at a rematch. However, due to her real-life injury, she was written off television with a backstage attack by the Judgment Day on the April 27th episode of WWE Raw. That said, Vaquer could return to action soon. According to PW Insider, people within the company expected Stephanie Vaquer to be involved in the storyline mix by this weekend. There were reportedly plans for her to appear on next week's episode of WWE Raw. However, the report noted that La Primera was not expected to travel to Italy for the upcoming PLE. In Vaquer's absence, no other challenger has stepped up to Liv Morgan. The Dark Angel's return could resume her story with the women's world champion. Liv Morgan opens up about Stephanie Vacker injuring her before WWE WrestleMania 42. During their heated feud leading up to WrestleMania 42, Stephanie Vacker and Liv Morgan were involved in multiple brawls. One of them saw Vacker attacking Morgan while the latter was chatting with Roxanne Perez backstage. The Dark Angel pushed the Miracle Kid into Perez as their heads collided. Morgan had a gnarly bump on her forehead as a result. Speaking to Watch Gino TV, the Women's World Champion opened up about her injury. I pretty much was having a meeting with my little prodigy, Roxanne Perez, in the Judgment Clubhouse. No one gets access to the clubhouse unless you're in the Judgment Day. Stephanie Vaker, my WrestleMania opponent, whom I defeated at WrestleMania because I'm so much better than her, snuck into the clubhouse. She shoved me from behind, which was what she was doing my whole entire feud with her. She was just attacking me from behind. I bashed heads with my poor little Roxy, had a hematoma which was huge on my head. All the blood drained down to my face, and I had 2 black eyes. So I won at WrestleMania with a giant hematoma on my head and 2 black eyes. It's kind of iconic, she said. It remains to be seen when the next chapter of Vacker versus Morgan unfolds.